YouTube channel. Today we'll be seeing how to how to install and manage multiple Python versions, as well as to create Python virtual environment with different Python versions, and how to install packages, like how to create with multiple virtual environments corresponding to multiple projects. So it's about everything about the virtual environment and Python installation. Okay, I will make your life try to make your life easy with this, because if you Google, right, like let's say you want to install Python, you will be finding multiple ways. Also, once you install Python, like in future you will be getting like you need to have multiple versions of the Python. Let's say one of your project might be depending on Python 2.3, maybe other project might be depending on Python 3.9. Same way, like one can be on Pandas 2, one can be on Pandas 3. Likewise, there are multiple version compatibility, right? Because usually Python projects will be like in Scala or Java projects, we won't be using any Maven or SBT, right? Python project mostly will be, for every project there will be a virtual environment configured, like just to make the life easier, right? Yeah, so no need to go detail into that. Let's move on to see how we are going to create multiple Python versions using PyEnv. So there are multiple options in the market using PyEnv or Conda. Likewise, there are many. So we'll see everything using PyEnv. So PyEnv is also a package manager which will help us to maintain different versions of Python, okay, in the same environment. Let's say your system, okay. So I'm using Mac OS M1 processor. Okay, so I will tell you how we are going to do it here. Okay, let's start. So first of all, we need to check whether you have any .py installed in your system. Okay, for that, go to your root folder. To go to your root folder, type cd. It will take you to the home folder, user home folder. Then just do ls-a. -a will tell you, display all the dot files also. So there are some PyEnv file already installed, right? If it is anything installed already, then you just have to remove -r, just remove the .py Python environment if it is present, so that if you have configured anything wrongly before, so it won't distract you here during this process. Okay, let's start from first. So once you removed everything, right, so because you won't be facing any issues going forward, like during installation with any of the older things that you have installed. Okay, so let's use brew to install PyEnv. Installing, I guess everyone should have brew. If not, installing brew is easy. Just Google on how to install brew. So for installing PyEnv, just type brew install PyEnv. Okay, so this will install PyEnv for you. Okay, so for me, I already have the PyEnv installed. So once you install the PyEnv, there are like two critical steps that you need to do. Okay, so this will be based on whether you are using, there are like multiple cells. Okay, coming to, like, I will just tell you brief about what are the cells. Like there will be like bash r dot zsrh zshrc. So these are like some of the cells that we'll be using in Unix or Python environment. You can read about that later. So let's say like the two main tricks are to update this file, because this is where most of the people will go wrong and they will face issues and they will take days to fix. Okay, so first step is to open this open this file. So this will be also present in your home folder. Open this file and just add these two lines, like whatever you are seeing here, right? Just add these two lines in this file. Yeah, and then just do Control X to close. Okay, so that is the first file. So next file you need to change is same, it's profile. So if you go inside, so if you are doing this, we are not updating if it is you are using bash shell, then just update bash rc. Here I am using jetsh, so I am updating the profile for this one, jetsh pro bash. Okay, shell command. Okay, so in this you just want to add this first line, just add this first line, eval homebrew bin. Okay, once you add this, save it. For me I already have, so I am just existing. So once you updated, this is the critical tricky way I said, right? Once you updated it correctly without any mistake, so next one, so you are all set up with the PyEnv. Now let's install Python. So let's say you want to install Python like 3.9.1, right? You can just run this command, it will install Python 3.9 in your system. Okay, let's say after installing you can check PythonInv versions. So what this will do, this will view all the versions available. Let's say in my system I have Python 3.9.1 which I installed, so I have that. Let's say if you want to install any Python 2.3 or anything, you can still go ahead and install Python 2. Same way, PyEnv install, like whatever version you need, you can just install 3.6 or 6 or 2, anything. So once you install, right, if you do the versions, you will be seeing all the list of Pythons here. So now you have all the Python versions installed. Okay, so now let's say for project A you need to install, you set Python 3.9, or project B you need to do Python 3.6. So you have all the Python versions available. To set a specific version, you just have to say Python PyEnv global. So the global, what it will be global is, it will set in the entire system, that means for all the projects. So wherever you go and put Python hyphen version, you will get 3.9.1. okay, so you can set to any version you want, so this will do it. So now you can check Python hyphen v, right, it will tell you this belong to this version. Okay, in case you don't want to set it for the entire you want to set it on the entire project level, you only want to set it for this particular project, you can just do Python local. If you do that, it will only apply for this particular project or folder you are in. Okay, outside it will be like whatever you set it as global, that Python version will be applicable. So this is all about how to install multiple Python versions and how to set, though you have like multiple Python versions installed in your system, you can able to set any Python version whichever you want using this global and local. Okay, using PyEnv. So this is the first part of our video. So second part of our video is how we are going to create virtual environments using different Python version. Let's say you want to create virtual environment using 3.6 or 2.6, anything, we can just do it easy using PyEnv. Okay, and also I will tell you how to install packages like of any, like let's say you want pandas 2 or pandas whatever, how to install it and how to activate deactivate the virtual environments also. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, so to create a virtual environment, we need to install a package first, which is Python -m env. Okay, first let's create a Python environment. To create a Python environment, this is the command. So let's say Python -m env. So you just go to the folder, like wherever you want to create Python environment. Okay, just go to cd to that folder and then just type this command Python -m venv. So this is the command. After that, followed by the environment name, that whatever you need, my first virtual environment or my virtual environment, anything, you can just type any name. So after you run this command, right, you will get a folder with this name, my venv here. Okay, if you go into the folder, you will be seeing the bin and everything. Okay, maybe I also go into my folder. So my venv, okay, this is my VNV I created, VNV for ID. Okay, so once you are here, right, you will be seeing a bin folder. Inside bin you will be seeing everything, activate or Jupyter notebook. So whatever you want to do, right, it will be, everything will be inside bin, the bin folder. Okay, the pip, if you want to use pip or whatever. So once you have the virtual environment, you need to activate it. Once you activate the virtual environment, then you can just use the, like, you can run the Jupyter notebook command from anywhere. Like, if not, you can only do it from here. Okay, let's see how to activate a virtual environment. So to activate a virtual environment, just do source bin and then activate. So once you run this, you'll get this virtual environment activated. If you see, before there was nothing on the left side, right? Now we have this. That means now this virtual environment is active. So once you have the virtual environment active, so whatever install now you are doing, everything will be getting installed into this virtual environment. Okay, virtual environment site packages. So you can even check what Python version this virtual environment belong to, which is 3.9.1, because with this version we created a virtual environment before, right? So yeah, so let's say now you need to install some packages into this virtual environment. Pip install, you just use pip install. So whatever you are installing here will be inside this virtual environment. Okay, let's say you want to install like different, let's say you need to install Spark 2.3 or scikit-learn, like some X version. So it will be applicable only to this virtual environment. Okay, let's say you have project A and project B. Project A needs scikit-learn version X. Okay, then you can just install with that version here. You can mention the version here equal to whatever version you need. Okay, so let's say you have project B, which need different pandas, or which needs different packages which project A don't need. Then what you need to do, you need to follow the same steps to create a different virtual environment. Let's say virtual environment for project B, and then you can even create the virtual environment with any Python version also. You can create with Python 3.6 based on what was said here, right? So you will be having different Python version also. Also you can install whatever packages you need inside that virtual environment. So whatever now we are installing will be for this particular virtual environment. So whatever projects which will be using this virtual environment will be using all the packages that we are installing through here. Okay, so it's just very easy to switch between different virtual environments and activate or deactivate it, and install packages as per the project requirements. Okay, so let's say you want to open Jupyter notebook, right? From here you just type this command Jupyter space note, because you activated, you can just type Jupyter notebook. Once you run this command, it will open the Jupyter notebook in the Google Chrome browser. Okay, that's it. So let's say now you need to deactivate this virtual environment and you need to activate some other virtual environment. Then you just have to do deactivate. Just type the command deactivate, which will deactivate. See, it came out of the virtual environment. Yeah, I guess today's video is very useful for you guys. I guess this is a one-stop video for all doing everything with the Python related, Python installations or creating virtual environments. I guess everything is covered. If you have any doubts or if you want any videos to be newly taken, you can just comment it in the comment box. Thank you guys. Please like, share and subscribe, which will motivate me to make more videos like this. Thank you.